Alright, well hello internet, this is Ajay here and welcome back to the brand new video on this channel. So last time we discussed about how we can create ATS friendly resumes for freshers and college students. If you haven't checked that video, you can check it out over here or here somewhere. Now there's one thing that reaches out recruiter even before your resume does, specifically when you are applying off campus, and that is your LinkedIn profile. Now it matters the most because recruiters usually prefer to go through your LinkedIn profile rather than just scrolling into bunch of resumes. And if your profile looks something like this, that's the end of your application even before it starts. So in this video, I'll help and guide you in setting up your LinkedIn profile from scratch. We'll go through all important sections that you must have on your profile, and I'll tell you what to add and what exactly not to add. So sit back, take your pen and paper, or just update your profile along with this video. So without wasting any further time, let's get straight into our video.
Alright, so let's start with the first thing that you see whenever you reach to someone's profile. That is your banner and your profile photo. So in the banner is nothing but the background to your profile photo. You can choose to add your company's logo or company's some LinkedIn banner if it's there, or you can just keep it as a minimal picture of something that represents your work nature or something related to your profile. Or you can create something like this in Canva, which I have created, which represents my tech stack and the logos of the tech I use. But just by looking at this, they can get to know that okay, he works on Azure, he knows maybe AI prompting or ChatGPT or something, he knows SQL, GitHub, JavaScript, Python. So this is at first glance, you can show a lot of things using this LinkedIn banner. I would suggest you all to go to Canva and try something like this, and it would be much better than just a random picture. Then talking about the profile photo. So a profile photo must be clear headshot, a professional headshot, and you should not have any casual photos in here. Still many people does have, but if you search online, it's not preferred to have such photos in your profile. So avoid using photos with sunglasses, with random casual clothes and full size photos. Just use a professional passport size headshot in there. Today that's not even hard because you don't even have to shoot it in a studio. You can just click your selfie and give it to an AI and it will create a professional headshot for you. I'll attach a prompt that you can use for creating a professional headshot in the description. You can just copy that, give your selfie to the AI, copy that prompt in it, and just get a professional headshot which you can put it on your LinkedIn profile. Alright, so after that, let's come to your next section, which is this. If you see, you have your first name, your last name, your pronouns, and the headline. Now this headline is very important because this shows a high level overview about yourself to the third person. As you can see, I have this data and automations engineer. So this is my job title. This is what I work on, which is cloud native solutions, and these are my skills, which is AI and workflow automation. So you can have similar kind of pattern in your bio too. So you can give your descriptive job role first, or if you are a student, you can write student pursuing whatever BCA or bachelor's in computer application, something like that, which shows your profession or your current career level first. Then you show what you do. So I build cloud native solutions, so I have used cloud native solutions. And then you can write 2 to 3 major skills that you work on, or 2 to 3 major USPs that you have. So this completes your headline section. Then you might need to add your current position in here. If you are a fresher, you can skip this part. If you have some experience, some internship or anything, you can just add the position in here and you can select the industry. Then coming down to education section. So if you are a student, you need to fill in this. Then you have to add your country and the city which you live in currently. Alright, so that's about the intro. This is all you need in your intro section and you are good to go. Now coming to the rest of the profile sections in your LinkedIn account, that is this like about section, then activities, experience, education, licensing and certifications, projects, volunteering, skills, recommendations, honors and rewards, languages. So all of these sections you can add by clicking on add profile section button in here, and this will give you assorted sections that you can add. Like here are the core sections that you must have in your profile. Just click on it and it will get added to your profile. This is how you can add sections to your profile. Now let's move to what to put in those sections. Let's move to the about section first. So in here you should put in your concise and very high level summary about yourself, telling what you do, what your expertise are in, what experience do you have, and what can you deliver to the organization that are looking for someone. This is just an example, but you can go to ChatGPT and tell few things about yourself, like your expertise, your skill set, your years of experience, the project you have done so far, and things like that, and you can get a pretty good summary from ChatGPT which you can put in here. Just tell him that you want this summary to put in your LinkedIn account, and keep it short, keep it crisp, and it should be designed to show the impact. So this is what you should have in your summary, and the limit is 2600, but I would suggest you to keep it short, keep it somewhere around 500 words, so that it's not that hard for someone to read through. Then you should add top 5 skills that you have in here. So these are the top 5 USPs of me that I can sell to anyone, and these are my core expertise. You should add your core expertise in here, and you should choose accordingly that what profession do you want to get in, what jobs you are seeking for, and you should add those relevant skills in here. So that's all about the about section. There's nothing much. You just have a summary about yourself and the top 5 skills that you have got. So it should look something like this on your profile, where you'll have the summary here and the top skills here. So any recruiter or anyone going through your profile can get to know that, okay, this guy is Microsoft Azure compatible, he knows programming, he is into automations as well. This gives the recruiter or the third person a good idea about what kind of candidate you are. Then let's move to the next section. So activities section is nothing but the posts you have done so far. The next section would be the experience section. So here you will add all the experience you have so far. So for freshers, most of the times I see that students put in their college as an experience, but that's not an experience, right? That comes under your education and not experience. So you should avoid putting your college curriculum or college degree in the experience. So experience should only be scoped in industry experience and not the college degrees that you have done. So let's see how we are supposed to build an experience section. So first, if you go in here, you can see you will be asked to add a position. Click on add position, and first you should put in your job title. You should put in the employment type. So if you were trainee or you were intern or you are a full-time employee or a part-time employee, whatever it is, you can put it in here. Then you should put in your organization name. If you are working currently in this role, you should tick this box, and if you are not, you should uncheck this and enter the end date in here. Then just add the location and the description. So the description should be, you should list down your major successes or major projects or the highlights of your career in that organization. And after that, the skill section. So in here, you should add top 5 skills that you have used in this particular job, and you can just save it. For example, if we see in my experience section, I have the company name, I was the full-time employee, and the location in here. This is my job title, and this is the description that I have for this job. First, I have mentioned what I was responsible for, what I was focusing on, what this works involves. It involves like collaboration with cloud and infra teams and stuff like that. These are 4 high-level things that I have added in here. You can add the projects as well, but I would like to keep it in resume. Here, I would just give the description about the role itself, and then we have the skill section where I have mentioned my top 5 skills in here. Make sure to add these kind of quantitative numbers in your job description or your experience description, because these creates more impact and gives the recruiter idea about how impactful actually that project was or that particular work was. To get these kind of format for your experience section, you can go to ChatGPT, tell the work you have done, and ask it to reformat it in a following way: what I have done, how I have done, and what was the impact. So if you give these 3 key points to it, it will reformat your experience or your work done in this format, and it would most probably give you something like this. So that's all about the experience section. Now let's move ahead for the next section, which is education. So in this education section, it's pretty simple that you just add your degrees or whatever high level educations you have done. I would suggest you to add only graduations and higher secondary schools, because adding schooling in here is literally irrelevant. So you should just add your recent 2 educational qualifications. Then you would add a grade or CGPA you have, have, the activities or societies you have participated in, and a short description about your whole education. What was it about? So that's all you should have in your education. I have included my graduation and HSC degree, which is 12th standard, because those are my recent two educational qualifications. After that, we have the section where we add our licenses and certifications. In this section, I would say that you should avoid adding this course completion certifications, because those are not really, like, those don't matter to recruiters, because those are just course completion certifications. This includes all the certifications that you get from Coursera or Udemy or whatever the online learning platforms are. So you should add only certifications where you have given the exam and which are actual certifications that recruiters might be looking for. So after that, you have a very important section, which is projects. So in project section, I would say you should add like at least recent projects and major projects that you have done. If you see, you can get into the project section, you can hit on plus icon and you can give your project name. The project name should be easy to understand and should give glimpse of what actual project was. It should not be very distinctive from the actual project description, because that's what makes them to go and read in the description. As you can see that I have given the titles as real-time chat system. Okay, so the recruiter or the person who is looking knows, okay, this was something related to chat system. Then the next one was food ordering websites, so this was something related to e-commerce. Then comes your project description. Here you can give a summary about your project, not too long, because the people who are reading might not be that interested to get in all those details, but all they should get is just an high level idea about what work you have done in this. Then you can add the skills that you have used for this particular project and some media screenshots, videos if you have. I don't think so if you can add the videos in here. Yeah, so you can add images, documents or sites or presentations about your project. Then after that, you have additional details like when the project was started, when it was completed. You can also add contributors, so you can give profiles of those who have contributed in this same project, or you can add the thing where the project was associated. But these two things are really optional and you can add it or skip it. These are not that important, but all the important stuff is your project name, the description, the skills you have used, and the media, because media shows what the actual project looked like instead of just reading about it. So that's all you need in your project section. After that, the next section is volunteering. So volunteering is nothing but the stuff you have participated in during your college time, where you got a chance to manage people, manage functions or event, and you might have got chance to show some of your leadership skills. All that stuff you can add it in here. All the college clubs that you might have participated or coordinated, you can add it. I used to work as a head coordinator of our college coding club, and you can give a small description and few media or images you may have of that particular club, the events you have conducted or whatever stuff you have done so far in it. Then comes your skill section, where you can add all the skills you have, everything that you have gained so far. There's no limit. I would suggest you to add as many skills as you can, but only that are actually relevant, because adding video editing in a tech profile, in a software engineering profile, might not be that relevant. So that's just an extra clutter that you might have on your profile. So add only relevant skills, but add as many of them as you can remember that you have mastered in. Then comes this recommendations section, where you publish or you can show all the recommendations that you have got. So this was the recommendation I have got from one of my previous managers. You can request these kind of recommendations from someone who is very senior into that particular thing. So if they give you an recommendation, that would be very impressive part of your profile. You can just ask for recommendation for someone you want directly from here, and this will send the request to that particular person to give you a recommendation. I would suggest not to go so much harder in this section. Keep it as clean as you can. Just have one or two recommendations, but from very high level personalities. That's all I would recommend. Then comes the honors and rewards section. So here you can add all the rewards or awards that you have got so far. Then comes the language sections. This doesn't really matters, because most of us really knows English, Hindi and whatever your mother tongue is. As an Indian, we all have these three languages constant. So even recruiter knows that, okay, you are expected to know the English. Nobody really cares about what mother tongue you have. But yeah, that's pretty much it about setting up your LinkedIn profile. I would also pin my LinkedIn profile in the description so you can get onto it and directly have references from the profile itself. So this is all based on the research and the stuff I have read, the stuff I have watched all over the internet from last 2 to 3 years. So now after this video, you don't have to go on the internet and check for different things in the different places. You can rely on this video and sit back and set up your profile knowing that you have covered everything which should be covered. Alright, so that's it for this video, and I hope you like this video. If so, hit that like button and share it with those who need it. Also subscribe to this channel for more such videos on career and growth and educational content. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, adios amigos.